generation trading robots have had 18 straight winning months and have made over 300% in profit. So, if you're a trader and you're tired of being unprofitable and blowing your accounts, get your FX Scalper X robot.
All right, welcome everyone. Welcome to another beautiful session here for the New York. This is the 14th November, and this stream is brought to you by one and only Raja Banks. Did you leave a runner on pound yen? No, there was no runner left on pound yen. I wish I had left a runner because I had no idea that this will continue pushing the way it pushed. Right, because I closed after 35 pips, and then it went all the way up towards 150 pips. Crazy. Who would have knew that there would be so much volume pumping price all the way up? But all in all, made about 3% today, which is pretty good, pretty nice. The analysis was also sent on Twitter. I think this was the perfect impulse entry happening around your London session. So now we have some changed dynamics on pound yen here specifically. We have a resistance formed on pound yen, and this resistance is 165, 660, right? And then we also have a support formed on pound yen. This support is at 165, 100. So we have like a 50 pip range over here now. Price is in a 50 pip range. We're back to the higher volume times. Like if you look at the candle sizes are pretty big at this point. So this for me will be a no trade range, right? So I'm not going to be doing anything within this range. This is a no trade range. So what we're going to do is we're probably going to make it a little bit bigger. So the legally blind can also see this. This is going to be a no trade range. Now, ideally, we had a pretty good move during the London session. Okay, perfect. We had a move in London session. Normally, whenever there's a move happening in London session, that move is mostly corrected during, I would say New York Open, because I was going to say pre-New York, but pre-New York has been total garbage, in the last 3 months. So I made like $387 here today. Pretty modest, nothing crazy, nothing special. But it's still over here. Are we allowed to take trades in no trade ranges? That's totally up to you, but I would stay out of it because there's basically no market structure over here. So and now we're going to take a look at gold over here. We're going to try to break down gold here for everybody here watching today. So we have around around 1,000 people watching here. Perfect. Awesome. Let's take a look at gold over here now. Looking at gold, let's start from the 1 hour time frame. We do have some rejections happening over here, but at the same time, I think we're creating this resistance right here. And I do believe if we break above 1757, we have people watching from Turkey. if we do break above this area, 1758, 1758.50. Let's take a look on the 30-minute time frame. I do believe that there's a very clean range for price to continue pushing up till 1762, 43 pip range at this point. So I think that's going to be a very good idea for price to continue to push up. And this is also going to make sense right over here as well. Text potential buys above. We're looking at like what, 1758. Yeah, let's make it a little bit smaller. Yeah, potential buys above 1758, right here above this area, because now we have clean range for price to move. Also, like this move happened during your London, so we may correct this move. So we'll have to wait at this point. Now, one important. Oh, someone donated £1 and 79 cents. Assalamu alaikum. Already up by £280. Wow. So out of those £280, you donated £1 80 cents. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. If I become profitable by watching your content on YouTube, do you think I need to buy your smart Raja concepts? Will it help me become even more profitable? Yeah, I think so. I think it's going to help you a lot, because imagine tomorrow I say no more live streams. I said live streams are ended. No more live streams. The only sessions we're going to have is going to be on the Market Fluidity or Smart Raja Concepts private group. Imagine that. Then you're done. Or like, YouTube shuts my channel down again, like it did by accident. But anyway, back. Anyway, so looking at these wicks down here at the bottom, 1755. Are you waiting for closure or impulse? No idea. We'll have to wait and see. Right. So these are. Ooh, wow. Look at that. 15-minute problem right here. So this is a no trade range here as well on gold. Right. No trade range. I wonder how big this range is. So this is 32. Yeah, this is going to be a no trade range. This is like what, like a 36, 35 pip no trade range. Let's see what we have to the left hand side below 1754. So below 1754. Oh, look at that. We got clean range to the left hand side, right? Look at that, baby. We break below 1754. You got this wick right here, and then you got this whole clean range. This is like a 41 pip range. Absolutely amazing, right? Absolutely amazing. So this will be potential sells below. We're looking at what, 1750, 1754. Perfect. Looks good to me. Good enough, right? So now we're just consolidating on pound. Gold and pound as well. We're just consolidating right here. So this is also going to be a perfect example for price to continue pushing down below 165. What is this? 165.050, I would say. 165.050. Potential sells below 165.050. Right? Makes sense right here. For price to break below this low. Someone donated £4 and 50 pence. I'm going to get paid by EST Mon on the 21st. In total, I made £2,300. Wow. On a 10K account, all credits goes to Raja. SRC all day, baby. Thank you. Very well done, my little friend. Okay. Every trade you took in the last NY has lost. I think it should be avoided. I'm the only one lost. Yeah. I mean, I've mostly lost all the trades in pre-NY. I mean, pre-NY hasn't really moved at all for the past 3 months, so how can I buy Smart Raja 13 episode? It's free, buddy, on YouTube. But still, if you want to pay me, just pay me, no problem. But it's free on YouTube. I don't know what you're trying to buy. It would be pretty hilarious if you don't even know what you're trying to buy. Between 9 and 10 a.m. Eastern is where the money is making. Yeah. It has basically shifted. You're looking like a Mortal Kombat character. Yes. I faced continued losses from 2 months. I think you're over risking and you're over trading. That's the reason why you're facing continued losses. All the way from South Africa. Thank you. Screen is not clear, bro. I think your internet is not that good to have a clear screen because we are running HD stream. Yeah, we're running HD stream, buddy. What's the matter with God? You always upset, Raja. I don't know. I don't trade your pairs. I just come here for the banter and vibes. Simply top notch. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Oh, thank you, Miss Anya. Okay. All the way from South Africa. Everybody has to find his way, man. Yeah, so we're just consolidating right here. Let's take a look at some news. See what's happening in the Forex factory world. And let's see over here. So we got nothing really happening today. Absolutely nothing. Clean day here today. Looking at Tuesday. Tuesday we got not really much happening. We got PPI for the USD. Now, historically, we haven't seen PPI move price a lot. So I'm not going to be expecting much from PPI tomorrow. Looking at Wednesday we have CPI for CAD, we have retail sales for USD. We'll see how retail sales is. CPI for CAD, I don't really trade it, but you know, I mean, normally CPI for CAD has been following suit with you know, USD. So we'll see. Thursday. Also, not much happening. We got FMC later on, like, you know, Bullard speaking, but his words aren't that powerful enough to move the market. But, you know, looks like we have a very, very clean week. You know, not much happening. So we'll see how price basically situates itself. I made $1,051 from CPI on Thursday. Thank you so much. Love from Zimbabwe. Thank you, man. Your screen is not clear, and I'm in USA. Yeah, you probably don't know how to use YouTube. How can you be so dumb not to know how to use YouTube? Like, seriously, honestly, man. Look, you go to settings, you go to quality, you set it 240. Now you can say, oh, hey, Raja, my screen is not clear. Oh, what to do now? You know, so all you got to do is settings, go here, and HD, and you're like, oh, wow. The screen is much clearer now. But it's inception. Okay, let's move this. But you know what I'm trying to say. I know it's relevant to your success, but why do you look exactly like Prince Mohammed bin Salman? I don't know. I have a very uncanny resemblance with people who are very successful in life. And I would say maybe it's just coincidence that I look like one of the most successful people in the world. I don't know. God's plan. God did. Do you want to comment anything about Pak versus England, Mr. Jaydeep Kapdi? Yes, I do wanna comment. At least we put up a real fight, unlike India. India didn't even put up a fight. What's the confirmation for entry impulse? There are a lot of confirmations. Impulse entries are very, very difficult. They are situational. And a lot of times when you do impulse entries, they are mostly based on intuition, you know, and you're anticipating volume to continue driving price. So impulse entries can get very, very tricky sometimes. Why do you prefer staying on rent or taking a loan and paying house EMI? Why do you prefer Abdul Ghafoor? Because the reason why is so that you don't have to pay shitloads of taxes on it. Like, understand how taxes work, and then maybe, like, you know, because here's the thing: if I own a house for $800,000, I can't just pull out $800,000 from my company account and pay that for the house, because then they will see that, oh, okay, this guy pulled out $800,000 to his personal account, so now we got to charge him tax on that, and that's a 60% tax on 800,000, and then I gotta pay all that in tax. So it doesn't work like that. Enjoy trading day live in session, Raja Banks. Thank you, Robert. GJ on 1 hour setting for a sell. Let's take a look at this right here on the 1 hour time frame. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna wait for price to break below 165.050 for potential sells on pound yen. Do you teach to freshers? Yes. My entire course, Smart Budget Concepts, is built on teaching people who are new. Okay. Hello, coach. What's the difference between exhaustion and runaway Gaps, which one is the recent one on USD? Gaps are confusing me. I don't know what runaway gaps are. I absolutely have no idea. Runaway gaps. What are runaway gaps? Oh, this gap right here? Yeah, there's nothing to be confused about. Just stop looking at gaps, because the gaps are not relevant to your success. Gaps are not for you to trade. You know, there may be an illusion that, oh, you can make money in gaps because gaps always get filled. Gaps don't always get filled, because if you look on the 1 hour time frame, you look on the 30-minute time frame, and what you're going to notice is that there was a support right here, right? There was a support here on the 1 hour time frame, and price went up. When market opened, right? When market opened, it opened below this support. So what does support become at that point? Support becomes resistance. And did price break this resistance again to go up? It did not, right? So for it to fill this gap, it has to break above 1766. For the GJ buys you took below support, you expected volume to push the price up. For the GJ buys that you took, the previous 30-minute closed below support, but you expected volume to push price back up. I don't know what you're talking about. Where? Where did the candle close below support? Where? I don't see that. We don't look at the same things. I don't see that. Where? This was support. Where did the candle close below support? Previous rejections on the left. Where? This was your price action. This is where price was consolidating. So I think it's going to be better to send a chart. Paris just overtook London to become your biggest stock market. I think it's time we call the Paris session now instead of London session. Yeah, the Paris session. Was trading the Paris session earlier on, and Paris session worked out amazingly well for us. I'm actually making okay, but the issue I am having is that I calculated and put TP based on technical, but when the chart goes the way I want, I tend to close position early. How can I stop it? So, Mr. Leopard Lazy, I think that's the problem with a lot of traders right now, because you know you can have a perfect take profit, and you can even anticipate price to hit that take profit, but the problem is that you don't have the balls to hold your trade till that take profit. And what I mean by that is not literal balls, but it means like confidence. You don't have enough confidence, so you need to build confidence. And the only way to build confidence is to let a small position run, 0.01 position run. You got to let a small position run. It's like, you know, when you're a little kid and you want to ask your dad about something, if like, you know, in my household, it was a big deal to ask my dad about anything, like a toy, to go on a field trip, stuff like that. So you need to have a lot of balls to walk up to him and tell him what you really wanted, because you knew that the answer is going to be no. So you built up a little bit, right? You asked for tiny things, he would say yes, then tiny more things, then tiny more things. Once you built up your confidence and then you asked, the answer would still be a no. What do you think about this trade? Let's take a look at this trade by Mr. Oo. All right, so we have took this trade because we broke the 30-minute resistance and previous low on the 30-minute candle. My biggest pet peeves are when people cannot differentiate between support resistance. Come on, man. Come on. 30-minute resistance. It's supposed to be support. Anyway. All right, what was the problem right here? This was the 15-minute chart. Yeah, but this candle closed with no wick at the bottom. And what do we know about candles with no wick at the bottom? How do you manage to keep your while you're trading? See, now we have very strict rules in the house, and number one rule is everyone knows when I'm working, and when I'm working, no one disturbs me. I made that specific rule, and when I work, I work. Thank you so much, and the great example. I will try that teaching. Thank you. Let's get the likes up to 500. How many likes do we have? We have 2,000 people watching. We have 280 likes. Awesome. Let's take a look at this chart by Manos Manilis. 15-minute, you took buys on GJ as a 15-minute candle close, or once the 30-minute broke the high? Oh, once the 30-minute broke the high. That's when I took the buy. Once the 30-minute broke the high, I took the buy. You can see right here. Once the 30-minute broke the high, I took the buy. So this was taken before the last 15-minute candle of this 30-minute candle. So yeah, we're still consolidating. Gold is slowly creeping up over here. Is New York session open? No. On gold, before this current candle printing, could we say the last couple candle created resistance, then it closed? Is that idea wrong? On gold 1 hour, before this candle printing, could we say that we created resistance? Yeah, we created resistance, but as you know, this wick is bigger than the body, so it's an exhaustion wick. So it's not a valid resistance. Can you please remove Keith from Slack group? Him and a bunch of others have a private chat group where they talk about how fake your trade is off stream. I've got screenshot video recording for Keith. Okay, no problem. Let's get Keith right here. Keith, we are summoning you. We'll keep him on, you know, that's fine. That's fine. We're gonna keep Keith on. So yeah, we're still at this area, 1757. All right. There we go. Abdullah, another bank robber situation. Yeah, Abdullah, send me all that stuff and then we're going to take a look at that. Then we're going to see what we can do. Oh, we told Raja to stream on London session when he takes more than trades, but he makes excuses. Oh, hey, Abdul, fuck you. We told Raja. Holy, Keith is the troll. Yeah, Keith is basically the troll. But yeah, Abdullah, just you know, just private message me and then we'll see. All right. Wow, so aggressive that guy, man. All right. I took the same exact trade as GJ. However, it came back to my entry after being 78% profit and I closed 80% at that point. Would you usually wait until it goes into 10 pip profits or more? Yes. So I would let it run. If you look at the simulation we did this Saturday, in that simulation, I talked about the exact same thing. You know, take a trade, let the 30-minute candle close. You know, so that's all explained in the simulation we did on Saturday. Can we watch the Zoom chat? No. It's hilarious. Raja basically like Arnold in the kindergarten cop. I'm building up my equity and losing it over and over again. Well, welcome to my life in 2016. Over and over again. And always after that, back straight to your lives and still consider to trade your way. It's so difficult to keep your discipline. You have to keep my discipline. Is that on the database? Yes, on the database. Jake, it's all on the database. Yeah, you have to keep discipline. Without discipline, it's not possible at all. You know, without discipline, it's not possible at all. It's like, you know, how guys say, oh, these big Arnold classic bodybuilders, they use juice, they use steroids to look like that and all this stuff, but they don't understand the amount of discipline it takes to eat clean, train every day with intensity to even get a chance to look like that. It's not just about steroids, you know. And I mean, you know, at the same time, like when you are disciplined in anything, you will see success, and your success is going to be so great, it's going to be so amazing that people will look at that and they will try to find faults. 100%. They will always try to find faults. So let me show you this right here. Right? There was a comment made on my Twitter. Now, take a look at this, right? This is the analysis I posted on my pound yen buys. And these are 75 comments after I posted this trade. And you can see all these retards. I mean, I call them retards out of love. They took the same exact trade. The same exact trade. And there was one comment made, how did you guys manage to take the same exact trade as Raja, or are you all in his trading community group? These guys aren't in my trading group. They all learned from my Twitter, from my YouTube. Look at this, same exact position right here, same entry right here, same entry right here. You know, like same entry. You can see the arrows. Same entry right here. Buys here, pound yen. You know, buys over here, buys over here, buys here. I mean, I could go on and on. Look at this, man. This guy made a killing on gold. Same buys over here, same buys over here, same buys over here. I mean, come on, same buys over here. I could just go on and on and on. I could go on and on and on. Imagine the amount of people who are learning just from my Twitter stream, just from my YouTube stream, and then imagine the learning happening from the database and from our group we have. It's just incredible. But still, there will be people who will say, oh, this and this and this, this and this and this. But at the end of the day, if you're focused, you do make money. And they don't. All right, let's take a look at gold over here. Gold closed above this area. This is a 30-minute candle close, and the candle closed with the wick on the top. So I'm staying away. You know, you all know whenever a candle closes with no wick on the top, I'm gonna wait for candle to retrace down and then break up. Why do you never post taking the trade? Wow, Ali. I post my analysis to take the trade. That's totally up to you. I'm not running a signal service. This is education that we're giving here. I'm sorry, you know, there are no spoons in the mouth here. Sorry, you have to do your own learning. What if I die tomorrow? Then what are you going to do? Oh, I didn't take the trade that Raja could post because he died. He passed away. Oh, shit. Now my trading is doomed. What lot size do you advise for someone to use a fresh account in medium knowledge with 20K account? With medium knowledge, I would say do not trade a $20,000 account. Ali is from the secret group. Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. I would say do not use a $20,000 account with medium knowledge. Medium knowledge, you should be using a $2,000 account, not a $20,000 account. Because with medium knowledge, you're going to have medium losses. You guys want to see the Zoom chat? This is the Zoom chat right here. Look at this. Bro, man. Like, come on. This is crazy. Yeah. All right. What can we do about volume shifts? Is my only struggle now? Nothing. You got to shift your trading time. Like how I have shifted my trading time to about half an hour later now. Let's take a look at this chart by KFC Manager. Looks like guy took the time out of his KFC break over there. Oh, what's this? 30 minutes before London Open, took buys as price broke previous 15-minute highs over here. Okay. We broke above the highs. Trade only played out at London Open. Yeah, so now you got to take a look at this and ask yourself, where could you have given your trade a second chance? Because the only problem I would have, and this is something that we've also talked about in the past, is that this wick is basically a rejection area, right? This wick right here. This is a rejection area. As candle comes within this range, we don't know whether it's going to reject like it did before or it's going to continue moving back down. We don't know that unless it closes, right? So maybe London Open brought the volume and probably, you know, maybe above this high could have been trade, but, and then, you know, fake out happened, I guess. So, yeah. Move stops to break even and hit a rejection level. Yeah, that could have been a strategy as well to maybe move stops to break even. Could you tell us what average percentage or monthly return? 100%. Last month I did 100%. That's my average on this account. I mean, on my multi-million-dollar account, it's maybe like 40%, 45%, something around that. On gold, would you enter impulse? Yeah. So on gold, see now we're wicking down here. And if we break above the high of the previous candle, then I would look to take a buy and anticipate price to move up. Yeah. So you must wait there in that area, Declan. That's correct. How much profit should we withdraw at the end of the week? That's totally up to you, right? Like if I look at my last week, last week I made about, you know, okay, so last week I made about 1700 minus this one here because this is from today. So last week I made about 1700, so I withdrew $500 last week. So that's totally up to you how much you want to withdraw. So let's take a look at pound yen, still consolidating. How much percentage do you risk per trade? 1 to 2%, guys. I risk 1 to 2%. Let me show you my FX book for all the guys on YouTube. I'll show you my FX book if it loads over here. I use 1 to 2% risk, nothing more than 1 to 2%, and then I let compounding do the damage. Wow, my hands are actually freezing. It's getting very cold here in Pakistan. Very, very extremely cold. All right, so this is my FX book. Let me show you my retirement account. This was my retirement account. Started from 50,000. Actually, let me show you the gains over here. Oh, where'd it go? Where'd the gains go? Is my FX book having some problems? Oh, history is here. These gains aren't here. That is strange. But yeah, here's my win ratio here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where the gains went. We'll have to take a look into that. DXY is dropping. That's irrelevant to my success. So yeah, basically gold. Yeah, we are breaking above this high right here. So we'll have to wait over here now. My FX book slow today, same problem. Yeah, I guess I'm having the same problem here now. What can you do about volume shift is only my struggle right now. Maybe shift the time you're going to sit on the charts. What about GJ impulse sells? Yeah, that could work as well, but we need to break below, 165.050. I know it's not a competition, but if you think it's cold in Pakistan, take a look at Quebec, Canada. Yeah, Quebec, Canada is different. You guys have central heating. We don't have central heating. We don't have central heating. So central heating helps a lot to stay warm. Look at the stuff I'm wearing. I'm wearing this jacket, I'm wearing a t-shirt, and I'm wearing another shirt underneath. Have you ever used Payoneer? Once, maybe like 2 years ago. You live in Rawalpindi. Let's go to Saver after NY session. I don't eat Saver. What constitutes a no trade zone where price is ranging? So see right here, price is ranging. No trade zone. This is a no trade zone. No trade zone. I know better. I know. You are irrelevant to my success. Awesome. Thank you, Donvo. Whereabouts in Islamabad are you from? I'm not from Islamabad. Assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum salam. It's getting way too cold in Quebec, I can tell you. Thank you. Why you don't mind the high to the left of GJ for impulse? High to the left on GJ for impulse because I've made up my mind that this is a consolidation area and I'm not going to execute in this area. Why did you not enter gold once it broke the high? Because the spread did not move above its own high. The spread did not move above its own high. That's why I didn't enter. Nice jacket. So much love from Italy. Thank you, man. Look at this. When I was in Italy, this was gifted to me from the FIGC. From the FIGC. We did some great work for them online, so they invited us there and they gifted me this jacket from the what's this? FIGC. Atletica Madrid, yes, FIGC. It's Federazione Italiana Gioco Calcio, Italian Football Federation. Are you planning to go to the World Cup? No, I'm not. Oh, by the way, we have 5 minutes left for the 15-minute candle to close. And let's get the likes up to 1,000. We have 2,500 people watching. If the likes are not up to 1,000, the stream is going to end as the next 5-minute candle closes. And we've done that before. We're going to end the stream. It's only going to continue for the guys in Zoom. 590 likes. Let's get it up to 1,000, at least 1,000. That's your payment. That's your payment for the live stream. That's your payment for entertainment. That's your payment for knowledge here today for the live streams. 1,000 likes. One like from each one will give us 2,600. Or some are just lazy, so whatever. We're gonna excuse you guys, the lazy ones who don't like. But still, come on here and see. Oh, let's see what Raja's doing. 962. We're at 962, 986. 986, and there we go. We have 1,000 likes. Thank you so much, everyone. I really, really appreciate it. You guys have no idea. Thank you. Oh man, you guys are so kind. It's only fair to support what puts money in your pocket, Gulag. That's correct. A lot of people made a lot of money on Thursday. We had buy stops, and a lot of people made money on Thursday. A lot of people. It was crazy. Do you believe in supply-demand zones? No, I don't believe in supply-demand zones. I believe supply and demand zones are only work in the stock market. When you're trading stocks, the supply demands, they work over there. But in Forex, I firmly believe it's just support resistance. I think people who introduce supply demand to Forex trading, they introduce this to maybe like complicate their own strategies or to sell some complicated course of like, you know, supply demand trading, support resistance trading, zone trading. It's the whole thing. Don't you have those electrical heaters that come with a plug in the room? Yes, we do. But the electricity bill goes up if you use that. And as a multimillionaire, I want to save money. And for as long as I can wear 2 socks and 3 layers of clothing, I'm not using them. I'm not using them. Can you show stats on your account? Show stat on MK? Yeah. Oh, on this account? All right, let's see over here. Oh, my battery is low of Magic Keys. Yeah, see, this thing is blinking. The red light. Oh, no, it's not. Yeah, these are my stats for this account right here. So total, I've made 7,700, 155% of balance. I've been 71% profitable. My losses have been 25%. Break even has been 3.8%. This is only on gold, right? On gold, I am 71% profitable. Looking at pound yen over here, however, I am 59% profitable on pound yen. Losses are 37%. Overall risk to reward has been 1 to 4, has been risk to reward. And the reason why my risk to reward has been 1 to 4 is because of managing risk, right? Managing risk. On gold, my risk reward has been 1 to 5, pip based. 1 to 5.64 profit based. Total commissions $250. I will lose, if I trade the way I'm trading, I will have to take 300 trades to empty my account with the way I'm trading right now. All right, there we go. Gold is breaking above this area. Awesome. Taking a buy right here on gold. Stops are below this current candle and anticipating price to continue to push up here now. Right? This is where I think this would make sense because now we're coming into a volume time. But ironically, this is also 15 minutes prior to New York Open, where statistically I've had more losses. So maybe this is that lower probability where price starts to go bullish in our direction. Is Dominion Markets FCA regulated in the UK? No, we're not regulated by the FCA because FCA wants 2 million per year to have their regulation, and regulation only means that we'll be able to advertise in the UK for 2 million a year. And no thanks. Not going to give 2 million a year to some government authority for us to advertise in the UK. No. Can you please explain what did you mean by the spread didn't break the high on gold? I don't know. The spread didn't break the high. I left to park my car near containers on the coast of UK and came back to me told my car has now been shipped to Kenya. Any advice till I get a full margin? Yeah, that normally happens. FTX is also regulated. Yeah, you can say that again. Any advice for new Forex traders? Yes, make a trading plan. Stick to one. Okay, so make a trading plan. Stick to 1 or 2 trades a day, and then don't risk more than 2% a day. That's it. We don't need heaters. We dial in cold like real men. That's correct. Why stops below current candle rather than previous candle? Because this is the impulse entry candle, and that's why the stops have to be below this current candle, because this is an impulse entry candle. Dominion market support not responding. What happened? Nothing happened. Just need to send an email, you know. But if your email is going to be, hey man, what's the spread on gold? They're not going to answer, because then your email has a very, very low priority than somebody who's trying to deposit money, who's trying to withdraw money, you know, or who has trade issues, stuff like that. So your email has to be prioritized based on what your issue is. And trust me, we got a lot of emails saying, hey, what's the spread on gold? And my team knows that that email has the lowest priority. All right, so price went in profits for about 4 to 5 pips, right? So let's see if we can manage this trade as the 15-minute candle has closed now. See, the 15-minute candle has closed bullish. Now, all this 15-minute candle has to do, it has to respect this low, which is also a stop loss, break this high, and continue pushing up. If it does break this high, I think we can continue to push up. But at the same time, since the stop is below the 15-minute candle, I have to see how I'm going to manage risk. Oh, wow, well, fuck me. That stop loss is also below the 5-minute candle. What are we going to do now? Right? What am I going to do now? How am I going to manage risk? Because managing risk is very important. Managing risk is very important. Another stream, another loss, you're exposing yourself. Well, okay, let me call the bank and tell them to really move. Oh, man, come on. Yeah, how am I going to manage risk? So this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to manage risk, right? If price comes back towards 157.70, maybe till this resistance area, I'm going to close 50%. Yeah, I think that's going to be a correct way to manage your risk. Because right now, I'm risking about, $126 on this trade, 126. That's basically more than what Charlie would make in a full working day as a grown man right now. So, yeah, that's probably my risk right here. Charlie's day wage. Bad day for pound yen. No trade opportunities in pre-NY. Trying next volume in NY open. Yeah, we'll see. Pound yen is just consolidating right over here. All right. Any suggestion or idea before starting a prop firm funding? Yeah, be profitable. If you're not profitable, how the hell are you gonna pass like a funding challenge? Any suggestions or idea? How do you put stop loss or below the candle? How do you put? You just drag the line down below the candle. What's more importance of the stop loss being below the 5-minute to? No, not below the 5-minute. Because what I was trying to see was that I was trying to see whether the 5-minute candle was smaller, but it wasn't smaller at all. It was just like one candle down here. So that's what I was trying to see. So now, as I can see that my trade went in about 7 pip profits, right? After going in 7 pip profits, if it comes back to my entry point, I'm going to close 50%. If it comes back to my entry point, I'm going to close 50%. That's, I think, would be the best thing to do at this point. So I'm always thinking about how am I going to manage risk all the time, even when price goes in profits. All the time, always thinking, how am I going to manage risk? Starting from $1,000, do you think 1K is enough? I think 1K is enough. I think 1K is enough to maybe like, I think 1K is enough to practice as well. 1K is enough to practice 1 to 2 trades a day, and overall it's gonna get better over time. I've been watching Raja from 50,000 to 6 million plus. The one thing I've seen over and over again is a noob coming over and watching him trade. And okay, so I'm up about 10 pips right now. You can secure at this point 10 pips. Normally in New York session, I do take 10 pips. I think that's great. 12 pips right in, $91, $90. So gonna take this profit right here. So again, I exposed myself by making $91. I think that's great, making $91. I think it was an amazing execution, especially because the previous candle closed with no wick on the top. So whenever a candle closes with no wick on the top, you have to wait for price to retrace, create a wick, break the high, and then execute. And that's exactly what I did right here. You know, and the only reason I closed here was because, you know, there's a bit of a rejection to the left-hand side. It may reject this area, knowing that this is a New York session. So that's why I closed right here, because there's a rejection right here. Caught the same trade as you. I don't understand why people doubt you, because they're poor. They have a poor mentality. Off your stream was blah, 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 blah. Man, Charlie, that's fine. You know, at the end of the day, I still make money. Can you comment briefly about difference between exhaustion wicks and rejection wicks? Yes, Mark. I have a full video on YouTube about exhaustion wicks and wick fills. Go to youtube.com. There's a full video about that. So yeah, I don't know where it is. Oh yeah, right here. Difference between exhaustion wick and a wick fill. Great video. Amazing video right there. Awesome, Gulag. If you guys took this trade, thank you, thank you. Amazing. You guys did well today. Here's a round of applause for you guys. And a little word from our sponsors now. Welcome back after a short commercial break of 15 seconds. Do you hate when you close the trade and trade run in more profits? No, I don't hate that. Because when I'm closing the trade, I'm accepting the outcome. I'm accepting, so like, you know, I made $91 on this here. So I'm accepting $91. I'm accepting that, $91. You know, even if it starts to go up now till, you know, 1762, I'm going to be okay with what I secured. I'm going to be totally okay. Oh, look, someone made $237 and Charlie made nothing. What do you think about smart money concepts? I think smart money concepts is preposterous. It's absolutely insane that someone can think that people can trade how institutions trade, that they can think that they can trade how banks trade. Banks don't want you to know how they trade. Institutions don't want you to know how they trade. So I think it's a asinine concept there for, like, you know, people. Charlie is a chutia, that's correct. Hey Raja, did you see Uzair's post in New York City channel on Slack of your trade? It shows your wins and losses on off stream. It shows a bigger loss on stream. Yeah, you know, in the past 4 months, I have lost more on the stream right here. What can you do? Market really hasn't moved the way we thought. Let's see over there. I'm selling gold. Awesome. Do you trade gaps in gold? No, I don't trade gaps in gold. Made $864, closed 90%, runner for 70.62. Amazing. I've learned this year, unhappy people will criticize you and bring you down. Yeah, that's 100% correct. By looking at your profitability, I'm heavily believing in keeping trading simple. Your trading is so simple. Love it. Thank you. You have to keep trading simple. Just like anything in life, anything. You keep things simple, they do work for you 100%. So you have to keep things very, very simple. Looks like gold is continuing to go up over here. Let's see here, up around 6% for today with that GJ trade and this gold one, all using SRC. Thank you. Not only trade on stream. Why didn't you enter gold trade at 15-minute candle broke down in the first 5 minutes? Because I've learned my lesson. If you go over the breakdown I did for the last week, I talked about exactly what you asked right now. Was that at 18 pips? Amazing. Do you think 20 to 25% a month is above average? I think that's beautiful. Average is what banks tell you average returns are. That's what average is. When you say never risk more than 2%, do you mean the lot size ratio? No, I mean the total position. If you have a $10,000 account and that $10,000 account, why you ignore my message? Because it just got removed. So if you have a $10,000 account and 2% of 10,000 is $200, so you're basically saying that you're not going to risk more than $200. That's what you're going to say. Even 10% a month is crazy. That's correct. How would you go around tax when becoming a profitable trader? You have to talk to an accountant. I already saw the video. Can you explain here? All right, what's this? Because I'm going to say the exact same, because what I've learned that if price breaks the high of the previous candle in the first few minutes, there's a high probability it's going to retrace and it's going to be in drawdown. So it's better to wait for price to create that lower wick and then break the high again. I basically reiterated what I said in that video on YouTube. Hey Raja, I copied your trade from GJ earlier today. Managed to make 20 pips. Thank you. Amazing. Very, very well done. Do you only ever take one trade at a time, or do you sometimes simultaneous gold and GJ? I normally just take 1 or 2 trades. I very rarely have simultaneous trades running. Very, very rarely. Not a lot. Rarely I have those trades running. So I'm good at like 3.7% here for today. That's pretty good. I started learning Forex almost 4 months ago and I used support resistance. I lost some money and I'm still trying. What is your advice to become a solo profitable trader? 1 to 2 trades a day. That's it. 1 to 2 trades a day. But it made a lower wick on the 7th minute, broke the high, and then broke the low again to make a steeper wick, and then broke the high. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I was waiting for this candle. I mean, look, let's take a look on the 5-minute. Yeah, see, this was the close of the 15-minute candle. It never broke the high. This was the next 5-minute candle. This was the next 5-minute candle, and this was the one that actually broke the high, and that's where I took the buy. 4.9% day SRC is amazing. Thank you. These people be mad because they can't stick to a plan. Yeah, that's it, man. Like people who can't stick to the plan, they're the ones who are mad. I think the people who are mad the most are the ones who have no fathers in their life. The fathers walked away and now they have no one to guide them. And there are also people who have no fathers, but they guided themselves because they used a brain and they used what information they had at their disposal, and now they're successful. But then there are those who had no one to lead them, like Daniel Savage and all the guys like that, you know. I mean, it's what can you do about that? So it's basically a fatherless behavior. Because for all you guys out there who are young right now and have no fathers, I'm like a father figure to you online. 100%. Undoubtedly, I can say that. 110% for all you young guys out there. Please tell these people, if you make 25% a month for 3 years on a 10K account without drawing anything from your account, it will look like 30.8 million compounding, but that's not realistic. On paper, that's correct, but realistically, that's not correct. What's this over here? If banks, market makers, and retail traders have kind of found out, man, try to spell first. How much minute before London and pre-London starts? Well, pre-London starts in about probably 20 hours, I think, or 18 hours, something like that. In 18 hours, pre-London starts in 14 hours. ICT is better. Awesome. Haven't really seen ICT win you a trade. Oh wow, look at that. Volume is really pushing price up over here now. Beautiful. Damn, crazy. It's amazing. Changed my life. We'll meet one day. Inshallah, we will meet. Any news to affect the gold market this week? We already talked about that. How to know there's volume in the market besides considering session times? How to know there's volume in the market? There's a special number in my phone. You gotta dial. Yeah, exactly. Call the bank. That's it, right there. Comics push up? Wrong. Comics isn't even here yet. I used to trade gold most, but since I started following you, I'm more interested in GJ because it gives good impulse moves. That's correct. That's absolutely correct. But right now, we're just consolidating on pound yen. I just closed the rest of my position. I made $630 on the gold trade. Beautiful. You probably faked it. How does it feel to have money? The same way it feels to have two hands. There's an indicator called experience. You can sense volume through that. That's correct. That would be great to meet you specifically if I would visit Pakistan. No thanks. Can I have some pocket money then please? No. When will SRC be released? 20th December. What do you think about XM as a broker? I don't know. ICT is your father? That's false. He is younger than me. He is 6 years younger than me. I was running around at full speed before even... I'm not going to say that. Yeah. Right, I'm off. Great season. Thanks, Raja, for the gulag. More likes. Hey, thank you, Monaz. Thank you for signing up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. But yeah, ICT is younger than me. 6 years younger than me, but he looks 10 years older than me. Yeah, he just celebrated his 30th birthday. And I'm 35. I'm going to turn 36 next year. I look young, man. I look young. How old are you? Do you trade during Christmas Eve? No. 46-ish. Oh, wow. Tax write-off for charity donations to beggars. Yeah, I'm probably going to donate 10,000 to sick kids. We've been donating around 10,000, 15,000 to sick kids every year. What's the best lot size for $5,000 account? 50-cent lot. And fun fact, this account, which is at 12,700 now, this was a $5,000 account once. This was a $5,000 account. And look the lot size I started with. See, oh, 5,000 started with a 25-cent lot. 50-cent lot, 15, 15, 55. This was a mistake. 25, then pumped it up to 70, 70, 70, 70, 50, 70, 40, 25, 70. Didn't use one lots up until, August there. October. Have a good day. Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. So, yeah, I think it was a pretty good day here today. Made about $500 today. 500, 400. How much? Oh, 478 minus commission, 463. $463 on my $12,000 account. I'm 36, but I look more younger than you. We can't prove that because your name is just X-Files on YouTube. So we don't know. Are you definitely done for the day? Yes, I'm done for the day. I took 2 trades today and I'm done. Do you think gold will drop once NY session open? No idea. If we do drop, I think we have to close below 1757. Pound yen is also consolidating, so I don't know. Zorbek, need to go. Have a great day. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. I think I can't remember one day where you hit a loss overall on a day except news. That's crazy. Yeah, that's true. Last 3 months on pre-New York has been garbage. Like if you have looked at how price is moving, if you've looked at how markets have been moving, you must have noticed that pre-New York has been total tutty, over the last 3 months. The volume shifted from pre-New York till, NYSE and London closed. That's where we've seen majority of the moves, basically. Where is the best country related to taxes and trading? Any country that has $0 on taxes, 0% on tax, 0% tax. Is trading a $100 account feasible? That's correct. If you want to learn, $100 is amazing. But if you think that $100 or $200 or $500 is going to make you financially wealthy, that's not going to happen. What's the biggest lesson that Ted has taught you? The biggest lesson I've learned from him is to focus on just one thing and focus on doing that one thing to the best of your abilities. Just trade one session, trade one pair, and do that well. And I think that goes for anything in life, you know. Whatever you're gonna do, you're gonna be a manager at KFC. You're gonna like, you know, run a hedge fund. Like, look at this Sam guy, right? He ran a successful company, stole billions of dollars, you know. So if you're gonna do something, do it well, and that's what he did too. You know, like if you look at the biggest dealerships in the world, you know, they have the best cars because they do it well. So do we buy after the no trade range in GJ? Yes. Do you know Lens? Yes. I started trading for 4 months ago and I used support resistance. I lost some money and I'm still trying. What's your advice to me become a solo profitable trader? 1 to 2 trades a day. Let me see your win rate. No. All right, let me show you. No, no, I don't cater to demands. This is not a radio. This is not a radio channel. Sorry. It's not like you want to listen to a song and I'm gonna play the song. For a second, I thought you were talking about me. Then I realized I don't own any companies. So yeah, Trader Sam is in our group now from FTX. Doing Alpha FX in live now. Who is Alpha FX? I don't know any Alpha FX. I don't like the spread on Dominion when there is volume spread is so high as compared to previous broker, but then go back to your previous broker then and get B-booked. Show your candle chart color. No. Love from Nepal. Thank you. Can I buy you breakfast when you come to Singapore? 100%. I'm going to be in Singapore on I'm going to be in Singapore on the 13th March. 13th March. So you have 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th. 4 days breakfast time. We're going to have breakfast for 4 full days. Going to follow you from today for consistent profitable trades. Oh man, consistent profitable trades on YouTube. Oh, I don't think so, buddy. This trade today, it broke the curse we had on pre-New York. So I don't think so, man. You gotta be careful with that statement. Thoughts on the CEO of FTX saying he doesn't think stop losses are a good risk management tool? Yeah, that was basically Almeida Fund. How much minutes before London Open? 18 hours. Bro, repeat about the news to affect the gold market, please. No. Do you know Roxy FX? Yes, he blocked me for 2 years. I'm from Karachi, Pakistan. And sir, you have changed the way of looking charts. Thank you. Welcome. KFC manager. Most of the times I see if price breaks support and goes back down, again, it mostly continues bearish. Do you notice the same? Yes, Junaid. I have noticed the same. And that's where impulse entries come into play. I just bought a 10K account from MFF. Any advices? Yes. You just bought a $10,000 account from MFF. There's a 90% chance you're going to lose that. And I say that with love. You're going to lose that. If you're not a profitable trader, trust me, man, trading a $10,000 account or trading a $50,000 account or a $100,000 account isn't going to make you profitable. Like a lot of people have this fantasy that they have a $500 account and they're not profitable. Maybe they're going to get profitable on a bigger account. And trust me, when I first started, I used to think the same way. I used to think, oh man, like, you know what? I have a $500 account. I'm not profitable. Let me trade a bigger account. And back then, there were no funding companies. So the only funds we would get was from our credit cards, from our line of credits. You know, you deposit 5,000 and boom, money gone, because you're not profitable. And it's so sad because I know people who have lost upwards of like $10,000 trying to trade these funding challenges and they're not profitable. I know a guy who, it's not about just one guy. I know so many people who are afraid to invest in education because that they think the money is going to go to waste. The problem is you trying to buy these funding challenges to trade, you're going to spend thousands of dollars. You're going to waste thousands of dollars there and still not make any money, you know. So at least put some money in your education. Is it still worth getting FXM funding since you're not a partner with them? That's totally up to you. I'm funded from 2 upswings of Forex and Apex or futures. Awesome. What do you think about FOMC today? There's no FOMC today. How have you diversified your means of income? I have diversified a lot of my income in tech companies, in online companies. I've diversified them, especially service-based companies. I've invested in some companies that are totally service-based, only online companies, your accounting companies, your social media managing companies, because in this day and age, you don't have to invest in a company that has a lot of overhead. Invest in companies that have very less overhead, where employees work virtually. They don't have to go to an office and stuff like that. So that's what you gotta invest in. And I'm very fortunate that a lot of companies, like people, they come to me and pitch me these ideas because I don't know, maybe they think I'm some superhuman or something. But if I like something, I invest in it. One day my father was scolding me saying forex is haram as it was leverage. I told him then stop taking loans for business because leverage is sort of loan. Carry out your trades, moreover loan. So yeah, exactly. Tell me something about a forex robot. We're trying to make it profitable. 1 to 2 trades is difficult. Do you have any advice? Yep, 1 to 2 trades a day. I work my ass off making 20,000 from personal training, study market fluidity all day, all night. Started with 20,000 and now my account is at $50,000. Wow, Loai, that is absolutely amazing. When are you moving back to Dubai, man? You went back to Lebanon. Hey, Raja, you should let people know how you swing trade your simulation in database. People get shocked when they see large profit, think it's only 10 pips. Yeah. Yeah, once they come in, then they're going to see that. Why don't you use indicators? Because indicators, they don't work. Show your prayer mat? No. I love funded trading plus minimum max trading days, so no rush. Awesome. Any advice for people having breakup like a father? Breakup like a father? What do you mean? Any advice for people you had a breakup with your father? Like you had a problem with your father? Just don't talk back to your father, man. What the fuck is wrong with you? Don't talk back to your father and you're gonna have no problems. How long are you willing to look for a trade? I'm done, man. I took one trade, made $387. I took another trade, made $91, and now I'm done. Abdullah Harfouch talks a lot of positive about you. I talk a lot of positive about him too. Whenever I'm in Dubai, I go meet Abdullah. I make it my mission to go meet him. Why Roxy FX blocked you? Because my thing was intimidating to his thing. Amin donated $9.99. That's going to take me through the month. Thank you, brother. Really appreciate it. What do you think about IM Mastery Academy? Stay away from it. When SRC comes, will it be free? Hell no. Which university is free? As a Smart Raja concept, it's not just a course. It's a university-grade education for Forex. It's a virtual class. No university has free courses except for MIT and Harvard, which are huge, and I'm not that big. I'm just a little guy over here living in Pakistan. Do you know a good crypto trader who live streams his trades? No. Why price action is more difficult than NY? I think the volume has shifted from pre-New York to NYSE Open. That's where the volume has shifted. So it's been a little bit difficult. How to contact Adam Consulting? Sadan UK, I don't know, man. It's a Monday. Do you guys wake up on a Monday just stupid? What happens? I mean, what happens, man? First thing in the morning on Monday, do you guys wake up feeling stupid or what? Adam Consulting, Dubai. Oh, here we go. We have the address and the phone number. And appointments, adamconsulting.ae. Damn, call 911. We got stupid in the house. 911 calling. Army of stupids can't be beaten. Is there anyone streaming a London session or Market Fluidity fam? I think so, there's somebody, but I don't know for sure. Do you think it's okay to take a challenge account in December? Sure. Would have been being in a gold sell at 1754 would be a legitimate move. I think that would have been a risky. How much annual income do you think is enough to live a super rich lifestyle? What do you think is a super rich lifestyle? Tell me that. You think I'm super rich? I'm not super rich at all. You know how much my lifestyle costs me? My lifestyle costs me 2,200 times. That's if I'm not traveling, right? If I'm not traveling, times 12. My lifestyle costs me $26,400 a year. $26,000. That's what my lifestyle costs me. $26,400 a year. That's it. That's if I'm not traveling anything. If I'm traveling, which I am, only business, then you got to add that in too, because business used to like 4,000. I fly maybe like once a month. 4,000 times 12 comes up to 48,000. So around 80, 90,000 a year you would need if you factor in the business class seats and stuff like that. And yeah. Do you think it's okay to trade a channel? Felt so awful talking about that. Felt so awful. But yeah, it's not much, you know, like I don't spend a lot. Basically, my spending a month is maybe like 1,200 a month. That's what I'm spending. Basically on food, that's it. Couple nice Bentleys, nice penthouse, nice first class time, Dubai life. I don't know. I don't know. I hope I don't get to that point. I will never get to that point. What is ideal return on investment per day? Per day? Maybe don't invest at all. Will you be less happy in life if half your wealth vanished overnight? Oh yeah, I'll be extremely happy. I'm living in Pakistan. I got no problems. I got no tax problems. I have no debt. You know, I'd be totally happy. But you know, I know how to make it all back because I've had money, then I have not had money. I had money again, and then I had no money after that, and then I built myself back up again. So once you go through these cycles of ups and downs, subconsciously you build a game plan in your mind, and you gotta say, okay, you know what? Now I just gotta follow that game plan again. Why do people buy a product from individuals on eBay while the eBay sellers are just reselling the product? I don't know. No idea. Why not create a documentary about your life because it's not amazing? I thank you a lot for your psychology. 1 to 2 trades a day, and I'm up 6% in my funding account. Beautiful. Any advice for $1,000 account? Go with a 10-cent trade. Is leverage haram? No. I don't know. Don't know, don't care. Do you ever see a fan like in the streets? No, not really. But I go to the gym and one guy came up to me today and he's like, Raja Banks? I'm like, oh shit. Yeah. He basically saw a podcast. You know, I see him every day in the gym and we like, you know, handshake and shit like that. And this morning he came to me, he's like, Raja Banks. I'm like, oh, hey, man. So it seems like you watched the podcast. He's like, yeah. Do you have 4 wives? No. Is that a weed pen beta? No. What were monthly profits in the beginning in percentage? Maybe like 10%, 12% a month. What's the monthly subscription in the gym? 5,000 rupees. Oh, they increased it to 5,250 कर दी उन्होंने अब. 5,250. Yeah. My gym membership is 5,250 divided by 220. Yes, like $23 a month. I'm paying $23 a month in gym membership, and I'm paying $34 a month of gym membership in Canada as well, which I haven't really canceled yet. Really gotta find time to cancel that. But my time costs more than sending them an email for $34. So I don't know. I'll have to maybe get my secretary or assistant to do that. जब तक सूरज चांद रहेगा राजा तेरा नाम रहेगा. Thank you Ahmed Hassan. क्या कहने जी आपके. Please story सर्दी कराची भेज दो. Sorry. आप खाएं जी मक्खन और chicken उधर. Any thoughts about Tempest FX? He does big forex account flip. No idea what that is. Raja, no more drive talk before gym or after gym. No more of that. I moved from Instagram and I moved to Twitter. I used to post a lot on my Instagram, but now I post a lot on my Twitter. My Twitter is where the action is. Like, look at this. This is where the action is on my Twitter. You go to my Twitter and you're going to find a lot of useful things on my Twitter. My Twitter is popping. Look, 2,000 tweets already since August. Twitter is where you need to be. So much learning you can do on Twitter, man. Instagram is bullshit. And that's what I realized as a grown man. Instagram is whatever. 28,000 followers. Let's get this up to 100,000 followers in the next 5-minute candle. If we don't get to 1,000, I'm going to end the stream. Go to Twitter/RajabX. Never going to happen. Wishful thinking. Oh yeah, and I also paid $8 a month for that checkmark too. Sam Bankman had a Toyota Corolla but still scammed. Never trust people who doesn't flex. That's true as well. How to overcome from department if I gain something, should I reinvest, should I close small dip? Oh, how to overcome from debt? I don't know, just pay your debt off first. Your team in the World Cup? No. How are you balancing 9 to 5 with trading back in 2016-17? How was I balancing 9 to 5? I was waking up at 5:30 in the morning. You know, like people tell me, hey man, I don't have time to trade in the morning. I got work at 9. I wake up at like 7. I'm like, you wake up at 7? Motherfucker, wake up early. What do you mean? You're waking up at 7, you don't have time. Cut back on sleep. Wake up early, man. Wake up at 5 if you don't have time. Make time. What do you mean you don't have time? Make time. Don't watch that TV late night. Don't do that. Because all you do is you watch TV late night and then you eat and you just get fat. Don't do that. I don't do that, so you shouldn't do that too. Your tweets motivates us more than the Lambos and Ferraris. Thank you. Pay off high interest loans first. That's correct. I'm sure you recognize me from Twitter. Your picture isn't there, so I don't recognize you. Shahid Anwar, aka Gharibon. Gharibon. Oh, one struggle is risking 2% and closing 15 to 30 pips in a $100 account because you make $1 to $3. Okay, I think that's what many people struggle with. Hence, take so many trades over risking. Yeah, you have to do that. How you verified your Twitter account? I thought it's not available to all countries yet. Yeah, it wasn't available to Pakistan, but I'm verified on YouTube, and I have a lot of content on Instagram. So they looked at that and then they approved it. How much for a premium group? 800. When are you having your podcast with Faraz? Who is that? I'm totally sure that Raja is going to leave a legacy in Forex industry, demolishing it, simplified to Forex to the max. Yeah. Yeah. Can we talk about Comet Comics? Yeah. Comet Comics didn't really do. Oh, wow. Damn. Comet Comics came in with the gap and think we're going to break above 1763 and move on till 1765 over here. Almost forgot about that, KFC manager. If we would have seen it, we would have automatically said, yeah, Comet Comics is going to go up. Automatic, that would have been the case. Comet Comics was going to go up. Yeah, we missed it once again. This would have been a really good trade over here as well. Hello from Germany, the Italian boy. You have the right shirt today. IT salute. Hey, buongiorno. Where do you save your money? Which bank? Pakistan or it's in Dubai? Most of my money in Dubai, my money, my watches, my cash, it's all in Dubai. The most safest place in the world. All right, anticipating break below on GJ. Anticipating break below on GJ. Yeah, I think at this point we're nearing the 30-minute candle close. 1 hour right over here as well. We're nearing the 30-minute candle close. So I think it's going to be better to wait for the 30-minute candle to close. What is your goal target if you are in this trade? What's my goal target? I think right here. We're coming up towards rejection areas right here. So I don't know if you're in gold, but I may want to secure some over here and let the rest run to possibly continue up to 1766. When did Ted talk about Comet Comics? 20th May. 20th May. The stream we did on the 20th May on my birthday, that's when it was talked about that. What session is suitable for 95? Any session that doesn't fall within 95. I am in. This was previous trades remaining. Oh. During YouTube live broadcast, there's Zoom broadcast. Can you give information about my Zoom participant? Yeah, so if you want to be a participant in Zoom, you need to be a part of Smart Raja Concepts, which is going to launch on the 20th December. It was supposed to launch on the 25th December, but we got a lot of work done on Smart Raja Concepts, so it's going to launch on the 20th December. Your birthday on the 20th May, I don't know. Is there a Christmas special discount? Never, ever has market fluidity went on a discount. Never, ever, never, ever has gone on a discount. Every influencer out there is going to offer discounts. Austin Silver Effects is going to offer discounts. Q Banks is going to offer discounts. My really good friends in Miami, everyone knows who they are. They will offer discounts. A lot of traders from the UK will offer discounts. The only thing that never goes on discounts is market fluidity and smart budget concepts. Because look at it this way: does Louis Vuitton or a Lamborghini or a Rolls Royce go on a discount? Never. They never go on a discount. The price always goes up. And this is the first time in 5 years the price has gone up. First time in 5 years. So in Christmas time, the price is going to be higher, probably 1,500. Just joking. What in life that you have achieved and what you have yet to achieve in life, what's the percentage of it? What's the one thing that you put your name against history? I don't really give a fuck about history, but I think what I have achieved in life are homes that I can leave behind to my children. That's the one thing that I really, really wanted to achieve in life, and I've achieved that. I have multiple homes in multiple countries now. One is not fully paid off. I think we have like 200,000 left on it, no problem. And the other ones are paid off. And that's what I really, really wanted to do. And even if I die tomorrow, I'm good. I'm good at dying because I'm gonna be okay. Like, you know what? They got homes to live in. Perfect. That's perfect. No problem at all. You know, and what I really want to achieve, I really want to be able to just call a pilot and get on a jet to different places to save time. That's what I really want to achieve. Probably need to put 3,000 on Black Friday, then discount to 800. Oh yeah, that's a great idea, Steven. Steven, that's a great idea. I think that's what we're going to do. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to price it at, actually not 3,000. We're going to price it at like $1,987, my birth year. $1,987. And then we're going to cut it and put it down to 800. That's what we're going to do. $1,987.20. Yeah, that's actually a very good idea, Steven. Thank you. Do you think footprint and DOM trading works? I don't know what that is, man. Make the course an NFT so I can flip it for profit using domain market commission. Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. You know, but creating an NFT up till the launch is going to take a long time. That's why I wanted to do that. You can get the NFT for 800, and with that, you get access to perks of the live streams. You can get access to perks of boot camps, meet and greets, and stuff like that. Why 800? Why not 899? I don't know. I think 800 is great. Can you own property in Dubai without being a resident? Yes. Yes, you can. Did you achieve your goals before or after getting married? After. Why you don't write the trades you have taken? Because they're in the history right over here. The best books you have read. The best book I'm reading right now is I have it in the other room. It's called Gateway to Hell. Gateway to Hell. The story is about debauchery and basically banker trading or whatever. Which broker is good for Indian? I don't know. Ask Modi. Can you please recommend a good broker for Ontario, Canada? Well, you can always sign up to many markets, but if you're from Canada or the US, you might not see the country in the country list. So you may have to choose crypto from the country list and then sign on as normal. Do you know Shoaib Ghori? Yes, I know Shoaib Ghori, and that retard Shoaib Ghori took subliminal shots on me. Shoaib Ghori. Sukha. Sukha banda Shoaib Ghori. I know him. Love from Rawalpindi, thank you. What do you think of Moroccan trader? No idea who that is. Why don't you have 3 more wives? Being Muslim is required. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel more confident because I'm anticipating moves this whole month. That's absolutely amazing. Oh, wow, look at that. See that? We did reject that area. Someone was asking for stops. Wow, look at that. We rejected that area. Pound yen is still consolidating. You know, the longer we consolidate, the bigger the break, the bigger the break there's going to be. The longer we consolidate. So we've been consolidating for quite a while here now in pound. So maybe the break's going to come by NYSE open, you know. By NYSE open, maybe we're going to get a break. By NYSE open. Yeah. Greatest conspiracy theory you've ever heard? Yeah, the biggest conspiracy theory I've ever heard is that the earth is round. Like, what the fuck do people believe? Why? The earth is round. Wow. We're a conspiracy. Like, it's obviously flat. You know, like obviously there's a big mirror on the top. Obviously the moon is a big giant light placed there by the Illuminati. Like, who knew what happened 100 years ago? Man, do you even believe dinosaurs are real? Do you believe dinosaurs are real? Did you know that dinosaurs are these made up mythical creatures so that you can have courses like archaeology there for universities to make money? Did you know that a full-on archaeology course costs way more than, like, okay, did you know that for you to be an archaeologist, you'll have to spend more in education than if you wanted to be a rocket scientist? Being a rocket scientist is cheaper than being an archaeologist. And this whole thing, man, listen, these are just problems. You want to make money, you identify a problem, right? Let me make the screen a little bigger here for you retards here. Sorry. If you want to make money, you got to create a problem. So what they did was they made up these mythical creatures called dinosaurs, right? And they related these creatures to crocodiles and ostriches and all these big birds, eagles and vultures. You seen a vulture? And they say vulture is the closest parent to that flying dinosaur. Bro, they made these things up. Once they made these things up, right, then they went to university and said, oh, let's create a course called archaeology. And then we can all make money by selling this fake course called archaeology. That's exact. There's a whole population out there who believes dinosaurs were not real. And I believe that too. Like, what value are you going to get by being an archaeologist right now? Like, whatever there was to research and find out about dinosaurs, it's been found out. You know, so if you become an archaeologist now, bro, what the fuck are you going to find out? Nothing. You know, and obviously the earth is flat, man. Come on. Who built the pyramids? Those were actually humans who built the pyramids. Did you know that the people who built pyramids, their average height was 7 foot? Their average height was 7 feet. They were 7 feet tall. All the mummies that they've discovered from the pyramids, they have been taller than an average human living now. You know, and they were really powerful. And they were really powerful because they didn't have KFC, they didn't have McDonald's, they didn't have all this junk ass food people eat all day long. They didn't have that. All they ate was barley, wheat, and meat. That's all what they ate. Majority of that was meat. You know, so you imagine you have a 7'4" army of people who just eat meat and who just eat vegetables, are strong, ripped, and shredded, and they're moving these big blocks to create pyramids, right? And let me tell you just one more thing too. People back then were super smart, and and I'll prove this to you now. People back then were super smart. Are you ready? Are you ready? I'm gonna prove this to you right now. I'm gonna prove this, right? Anyone who is in their 30s now or late 20s, if you remember when you were a teenager or when you were close to 20-year-old, how many phone numbers could you remember by heart? How many phone numbers? I knew at least 20 phone numbers by heart. At least 20. All the kids in my school, I knew all their home phone numbers. All of them. Right? And now, man, I don't even know the phone number of my father. Like, I'll have to look through my phone. Oh, one sec. Man, people don't even know their own phone numbers these days. So you're talking about people who lived hundreds of years ago. They were super duper smart than what we are right now. Like, we've become dumber over time. The smart people out there now, they're just creating these big companies, man. Like, more people were smart hundreds of years ago than what we are right now. That's proof. You know, so don't you think they were smart enough to know how to create pyramids that people in the future can be like flabbergasted by it? Don't you think like 4 generations from now, they will believe that our ancestors knew 20 phone numbers? You know, they'll be like, how's that possible, man? How can a person memorize 20 phone numbers? You know? And it's the same thing about pyramids, man. People were so smart back then that we can't even comprehend that they could make these pyramids. Can't even comprehend this. Whether you believe it or not. Like, we are living in a dome. That's correct. Maybe in Pakistan that's happening, but I remember still. All right. Let's take a look at gold over here. Yeah, gold, man, we rejected this area. We're chilling at this point. Yeah. So if you've seen Jumanji proves dinosaurs were not real. Will you stream to NYC? No, brother. I'm going to be here for another 15 minutes. Raja actually has a good theory there. Man, it's true. Like, I was talking about this to somebody this week, and I was like, man, like this just makes sense, you know? Like, you know, I was more smarter back then than I am now in terms of memory. At least in terms of memory. Can I sign up to doing markets from Bolivia, South America? Yes. If your country is not listed, you can choose crypto and continue as normal. You say that as you sit talking to us halfway around the world, sharing your screen, which you couldn't even do 20 years ago, Raja gets some fresh air. I get all the fresh air. In Pakistan, all we have is fresh air. Jumanji proved dinosaurs are not real. This guy. Have you guys seen Jumanji? Love the humor. Thank you. That's what the range markets do to your brain. You think like Superman. That's correct. What about the lizard people? I don't believe in the lizard theory, but I do believe the earth is flat in case, I mean, I don't know, man. Whatever you see on TV is not real. You know, we got people saying, oh, the media is fake, media is this and that. But the media also shows you the earth is round. And we have moon, and we have other planets, and we have these galaxies and universe. The media tells you this. You know, and the same people say the media tells us lies. So don't you think that's a lie in itself? Don't you think? Where did the story came from called the end of the earth? Where is this theory, end of the earth? And do you know, okay, what's this? So do you think we can fall off the earth? Absolutely. Try going to Bermuda Triangle. What do you think there is at Bermuda Triangle? Why don't you think anyone comes back from Bermuda Triangle? They fall off the edge of the earth, man. Like, fuck. Don't you guys use your brain? You go to the Bermuda Triangle, you're going to fall off the earth. You're never coming back. Yeah. Or maybe you find some hot-ass mermaids over there and they keep you for themselves. But you're not coming back from Bermuda Triangle, I tell you this right now. And I'm telling you, it's as flat as this magic key right here. What do you think about Ramayana and Mahabharata? I don't know who those people are, man. Ramayana, Mahabharata. You can't pay for this entertainment. No, you can't, but you will. It's going to be $20 a month. If you had this Chanel as an American, you would have American viewers like I am, and people would learn from you. But these Indians, I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. These Indians and Pakis, man, they don't learn for shit. But some of them, there's a small majority of them, they're very smart. But the vast majority, we're actually not that smart. But the smart ones know they're smart. Dude, actually, that goes for everybody. Everybody. Why market slow today? No idea. Why the F it's called a triangle? Shouldn't it be Bermuda Edge? It is. They didn't want to call it Bermuda Edge because then, people would know the Earth is flat. You see some of the shenanigans they're finding in the bottom of the ocean, those animals that look like from another planet? Yeah. They've basically already discovered them, and now they're just telling us. I'm from Pakistan. I want to start trading with Dominion Markets. Is there local bank deposit? Well, yes, there is. They found a lost city underwater off the coast of Cuba. Hi, Raja. Did Elon Musk make us to see Earth are flat with the SpaceX mission? Yes. Oh, wow. Look at that. We broke above the high now. We're in high volume time. So this volume should continue pushing price up to fill this wick to the left-hand side. With all this volume coming in. But am I trading? No, I'm not trading. Consolidation, even with HD quality, it's no visible. Why don't you leave a runner on gold trade? Because I wanted to secure positions where I secured right now. In the Quran, it states the earth is round. Brother, you're taking this too seriously right now. You're way too seriously. You're taking this very, very seriously right now. Please talk about the end of the candlesticks. Yeah, the end of the candlesticks are born when the candles close. We're about to close in about 16 minutes. 16 minutes. Quit playing games with my noobs. Quit playing games with my noobs. Quit play. I was just trolling from the start, playing games with my noobs. Yeah, so we need to break below 165.040 for price to continue pushing down. But all eyes on gold, because gold is rejecting from resistance. All eyes on gold. Raja, what's your favorite strain? My favorite strain is anything that's not indica. Anything that's not indica, that's my favorite strain. And I was just telling someone today that, man, the only thing I miss in Canada is weed. That's the only thing I miss in Canada. Shoaib Ghori is real. No, he's not. He is as fake as this dry board marker I bought, and it turned out to be a permanent marker. That's how fake. Canada got cheap weed? No, actually not. Canada has factories that make one of the best weed in the world. Canada has real labs that make the best weed in the world, and it's legal. Weed is haram? No, I have no idea, but it keeps me pretty sane. Lebanon, bro, is the best. Awesome. Raja, there should be at least one Urdu session in a week? No. What will happen in 2026? Forex will end in 2026. You'll have to trade goats with hens and eggs. Pakistan mein indica milti hai? No. California has the best weed? No. Do you smoke weed? No. What you on about weed when you move to Dubai? I'll just visit Amsterdam in my jet. People were smart back then. If you don't trade like old Egyptians, actually, how much is a jet from Dubai to Amsterdam? Dubai to Amsterdam private jet. All right, find that out now. We have JetX. They probably wouldn't show that because we'll have to book an appointment. How much cost to 25,000, 15,000 to smoke a joint? I don't know. Private charter jet Amsterdam. Yeah, it has to be around 15,000. I would say so. 10, 15,000. 5, 6,000. Somewhere around that. Yeah. We'll see. I'll find out. 4,000 an hour. How much it takes? 5,000 an hour. It's like what? 6 hours away. Dubai to Amsterdam. Not a private jet, just the flight distance. This is what? 5 hours. 5 hours. So around, I think like 15 grand, I think. Interesting. Do they take crypto? All right, let's see over here. So we have back to the gulag. Why will Forex end? Because you see the crash in cryptocurrencies now. The same crash is going to happen in fiat. So cryptocurrencies are going to vanish. They're going to be gone. Then fiat is going to be gone. And then they will introduce one currency. When you just have one currency, what are you going to trade that currency against? You can't trade that currency. It's just going to be one currency. So there's going to be no Forex. None. So you have 4 more years to make as much money as you can till 2026 because Forex is going to end. No more funding programs, no more brokerages, no more live streams. Especially no more funding programs. What do you think about aliens? I don't know. Did London and NY session times move forward 1 hour? Yes. Why wouldn't someone trade GJ on the current, which broke enough volume? Any reasons? It didn't break because I don't know. It didn't really break below. Took on 15-minute time frame. Yeah, it was very tough situation right here. Very tough. Doing markets regulated in Dubai? No. You don't want to turn the heating on, want to charter a private jet, please. We love you, Raja. You don't want to turn the heating on. Want to charter private jet, please explain. Oh, so you don't want the heating on, but you want to charter a private jet, please explain. I don't know. I think it's going to be cool, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's going to be cool. Probably, yeah, maybe that's it. No American would believe Forex will crash. You can throw this channel to Americans. I would like to see his channel save American viewers. I think Americans will fall for this more than anyone else. They'll be like, oh yeah, man, that Pakistani guy, Raja Banks, that makes a lot of sense right there, what he said about Forex ending in 2026. Geez, blimey, Michelle, we got to put all our money in trading now till 2026. That's what the Americans gonna say. Geez, that Pakistani guy from Forex. Holy. When is the next London boot camp? Summertime. We could still trade that one currency with gold. Yes, that's correct. On the 10th November, I have bought the package Market Fluidity. Until now, I have not received any invitation. I countered support. Send an email to sales@marketfluidity.com. Raja and Kevin Hart, looks like you are brothers. How do you think someone who's 4'8" can be my brother? I'm 6'1", not even as dark, not even remotely as dark. On my darkest days, I'm not even as dark as him. How can we be brothers? Look, let's take a look at this chart. This is buys on gold. Oh, pound yen candle. What the? Where's this candle? What's this chart from? Hey, when is this chart from? Oh, your JPY. Oh, candle closed above resistance, broke above this high. Very nice. Very nice. This is my signature impulse entries. Beautiful. All right. Okay, what do you think about expert advisors? Is it worth studying and building them? Sure, if you can build a nice one that's profitable consistently, I think that's pretty good. Look at BTC. I don't have to look at BTC. BTC is running at 17,000, like 16,000, 16,700. That's the price in BTC. I don't need to look at BTC. What I'm going to look at BTC for? I'm American. I'm trying to figure out what's real and what's fake. I'm getting better with the streams. Nice. Nice. Where do you have your set stop loss? It was below the current candle where I took the trade. Donwu said 0 to 5 R and break even hit is a win. Donwu is just, I don't even know. I don't even have the words to say anything about. Anyway, today we have CFTC gold speculative net position, which will determine the short volume. Awesome. Can we take buy entry now? No. The candle is about to end in 9 minutes, brother. What are you trying to do at this point? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Crypto.com. A potential bank run on Crypto.com may be in progress. Nearly 90,000 transactions have been processed in the last few hours on Crypto.com. Wow. People are getting scared about these exchanges, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. You know, like these exchanges, it's really easy. It's really simple. It's really simple. People deposit money, right? Your deposit goes in the exchange, and then they trade whatever the fuck they do. People like, they trade, and the exchange just makes money. That's it. That's all the thing. The problem comes when the exchanges take that money and then they invest in some other bullshit program. That's when the problem comes, when they take your money and invest in some stupid things like crazy marketing, some other ideas, and when those ideas don't play out, and when people want to have withdrawals, the exchange is like, well, we don't have the money you deposited, so there's going to be a delay. So that's basically what happens, and that's where problems happen as well. It's kind of like what the banks do, but the banks do it very sophisticatedly. Banks banks have a long-term plan. They look at a 10-year plan, 15-year plan, 20. These exchanges look at it like a 2-year plan, 1-year plan. If you're living in a third world country, $100 account is not bad. Okay. I only use crypto to transfer money personally. Yeah, that's what I do too. The only way I use crypto is to transfer funds. That's it. That's only the reason why I use crypto. To transfer funds from one place to another and then convert that to USD. And that's all what we do on our platform too. Like there are a lot of crypto deposits come in. So all of those deposits, they convert it straight to USD. How is USDT different? USDT is not different at all, because at any time USDT can be depegged from the dollar. Same thing happened with Luna, and then USDT goes to shit. So at first we used to keep USDT deposits. Now we keep them in fiat, US dollar, because the US dollar is still very, very strong than any other crypto out there. Trust me on that much. You can pay your bills from the US dollar, man. You can't pay for shit with Bitcoin, XRP. You can't pay your bills. You can't pay a gas bill. You can't pay for your car. Well, in Dubai you can, but if you believe you're unlucky, you will always have a ready-made excuse for your failure. Yes, that's 100% true. Can we take gold sell entry now? Why will you take a gold sell entry when the candle is bullish? Why? It can go down, but do you have any confirmations? For the first time, USDT lost its value to 0.98 per dollar. Yes. And man, even if it goes down to 0.9, oh wow, a lot of people are gonna get fucked. So if you have any USDT, switch it over to USD. Switch it over, because first things first, if you have USDT USDT will never be bigger than a US dollar, right? That's the first thing, first because it's pegged to the US dollar. What can happen is it can lose value against the US dollar. So if you have $100 in USDT, now it's $98. If it goes to 90, then it's $90. Do you think trading with cryptos when Forex is over? No, crypto will be also over in 2026. Raja, watching Raja heavily for about a month, loving the content. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. We have 6 minutes left for the candle to close. And if we don't get to 2,000 likes before the 5-minute candle closes, the stream is going to end. We're at 1,600. If we don't get to 2,000 likes, the stream will end in the next 5-minute candle. We will end the stream. The good times are going to end. And then we're going to see you on Wednesday. Do you trade December month? Yes. Why are you trolling about 2026? Well, then wait till 2026. Do most of your entries result just from one confirmation? Yes. Bahut tez ho aap, Raja bhai. Thank you. I like you on a channel 4,000 times. Thank you. No free like here. Oh, he ain't trolling. Forex is going 20. Oh, see that? People believe it now. 1,700 likes, 300 more likes before the 5-minute candle closes. If we don't get there, the stream is going to end. Old Egyptian calendar has been found. It says that the Forex is gone by the year 2026. Uh-oh. It also means your broker is also going to go bankrupt in 2026. No, it's not going to get bankrupt because we have some very strong minds behind Dominion Markets. We have a connection in Hong Kong that they agreed to lend us gold, futures, and securities that we'll be able to trade that against that one currency. So let's say that one currency is called currency X. So you'll be able to trade XAUX only on Dominion Markets. So, yeah. Oh, wow, look at that. Pound is breaking below this area now. See, this is where things get interesting because you have 4 minutes for the candle to close. The 4-hour candle looks like this. 1-hour candle is breaking below this area as well. It's basically coming up to those confirmations that we thought price will do to break down. Because even if you take an entry right here, your stop is going to be based off of, the 15-minute time frame, which is like 27 pips. But when a setup is risky like this, you shouldn't be taking a trade with full risk. It may be much better to take a trade with a lower risk and then aim to add a position. So then if you take it with a lower risk with a, like a 27 pip stop, and if the candle closes back in the range, you can close the whole thing because then it's not going to go down. But if the candle closes below this yellow line, then maybe you can potentially add positions as the next candle retraces. Maybe. Yeah. Full अंग्रेज हो यार. यही बातें. अंग्रेजी आने से बंदा अंग्रेज नहीं बन जाता. अंग्रेजी आने से बंदा अंग्रेज नहीं बन जाता. अंग्रेज होना बुरी बात तो नहीं है. It's not a sin knowing how to speak English. If you can speak English, man, you can do so many things in the world. It's a blessing to learn English or Chinese. So we are at 1,800 likes, 200 more likes, and 3 more minutes left. 2 more minutes left. If we don't get to 2,000 likes in the next 2 minutes, the stream is going to end. What was the entry price of this trade, please? There was no trade. People, if you are afraid about 2026, start farming. I don't speak French with my son. I only speak English. Oh. Je m'appelle français. Kaddi vich piya de. Oh. Poutine. Lol. That's the only French Ravi knows. Poutine. All right. Starting to end the stream over here now. It was nice knowing you all for today. We haven't reached 2,000 likes, so the stream is going to end very soon. And looks like someone's getting very excited over here. So looks like price will continue to push up later on. And oh, we have 2,000 likes. Oh, Oh shit. No, stream is still gonna end because this is the time to end the stream. I've been streaming for 2 fucking hours. This has to end now. This has to end. Take your likes back. Get the likes below 2,000. Get these likes below 2,000. I don't owe Gulag shit. Take those likes back. Double click on the like. You asked your mom to like this? Yeah, I'm going to ban your mom now. Hold on. Let me find. I'll ban Daga's mom. All right. What's your prediction on NASDAQ? I have no idea. Oh, we're at 1,900 likes. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you for coming up. I really, really appreciate it. You guys, people unliked. Let me unlike it myself. There we go. All right. Beautiful. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. Thank you all for joining in. I love you guys as always. Be safe. Subscribe to the channel. Tell your aunties and uncles and all your cousins about it. And then we're going to see you guys on Wednesday. All right. Take care. See ya. Bye-bye. Bye, Gulag. We'll see you next time.